All right, so Reggie Edwards from the Front Row Report here. I'm joined by Mark Tremonti from Alter Bridge. Man, we are getting ready for Rock on the Range. It's festival season, man. How are you feeling? It's an exciting time.
Absolutely. Wish we were rolling right into it. We're taking about a week break in between Carolina Rebellion and getting back out there Rock on the Range.
Nice. Yeah, probably a much-needed break, too, because festivals, I would assume that some of those festivals can take a lot out of you between the traveling to get there, playing the show, playing the set, doing all the press, and then everything that happens after that. I assume it's a little bit tiring to do those shows.
Yeah, you know what? On this, we've done so many at this point that used to really kind of wear on me because it's you're kind of worried about no sound checks and kind of rushing here and there, doing press and having not a lot of time to warm up and nowhere to, there's just got to find food and all these things. But nowadays we've done so many of them, it's almost an easier day for us because it's only a 40-minute set usually, or an hour-long set. So it's we just try and have a good time with it.
Awesome. Still out there supporting Fortress, which came out on September 25th of last year. First few singles, man, Addicted to Pain, Cry of Achilles. Everything's doing so well off of this record so far. It's been a great reception. I know a lot of bands say they try not to pay attention to the reception and how well things are doing, but when you get reviews and reception as well as you guys have with Fortress and the singles and everything, it's got to be somewhat rewarding and really gratifying. Talk a little bit about how it's been seeing everything happen with this record.
I think once we had put out AB3, we kind of, with Alter Bridge, we finally feel comfortable with where we're at. We know our fan base is not going anywhere, and they really respect what we do, and they allow us to be experimental with our records. We want every record to sound different than the last. We want to keep growing as a band, and our fans are real open-minded to that. And I think we just feel very, very comfortable and kind of at ease with where we're at in our careers. We're just going to keep on, we're not complacent in any way. We're just going to keep on digging as hard as we can, but we're very just happy with where we've ended up.
Awesome. Yeah, AB3 did pretty well as well. It was, in a lot of ways, kind of maybe would you say maybe a breakout record for Alter Bridge, the one that really set Alter Bridge on the map and took the band to another level?
Yeah, well, I think Blackbird was the record that kind of let people know that we're not the same band that we started out as. We're not the three guys from our previous band, and we're trying to make a different sound. I think Blackbird is still a lot of fans' favorites, and it's got a lot of my favorite songs we've ever done on that album. So I think that was the album that opened the door for people to appreciate us at the level they did with AB3, and then I think AB3 was the first record that everybody kind of saw us as this new band and weren't comparing us to the past any longer. Okay,
awesome. So when you're going into create Fortress to follow up to AB3, which you did very well, did you feel any pressure on yourselves when you went into, maybe not write, but when you went into finally put everything together and record it and mix it and everything, feel any pressure to follow it up, or was it kind of, that's what we did before, let's not even think about that, let's create something fresh and new, or were you maybe have anything on your mind when you're going in to create it?
We're always working hard, so it's as long as you keep that work ethic up there, and you're always trying to better yourself. I think when 2 years from now, if I keep that work up, that we'll be more than prepared. Miles will be working the same with writing as well. So, I don't think we ever fear going in and living up to what we've done in the past. We hopefully just always make things better or different enough to keep us satisfied artistically.
Awesome. How important is it too? Because with Fortress, I feel like musically it's a little bit different than AB3. Some of the songs are a little bit longer. It's maybe heavier in some areas. Is it a conscious effort to put out something different each time you create a record, or is it something that just kind of flows?
We want to make each record a different experience and not just repeat ourselves. We want our fans to be surprised with what they hear on a new record. And on this record, we spent a lot of time in pre-production making sure the arrangements were unpredictable, and did everything we could to achieve that. So it's the next record will just keep on trying to come up with new tricks, but not be self-indulgent. Just melodies and the song itself will always be the most important part, but we want to make them as unique as possible at the same time.
Awesome. So heading into Rock on the Range next week, this is going to be the third time Alter Bridge has played Rock on the Range. Played in 2008, 2011. What really sets Rock on the Range apart from, because there's so many festivals around this time of the year it happens, but I feel like Rock on the Range is the biggest one, and it's the one that everybody, for the most part, is really thinks about and sets their sights on. What sets it apart from other festivals for you guys, especially from the band point of view? Is there anything different about it?
I think it's just the savior of the rock and roll the United States Festival. It's the guys who've come up and really are competing with the European festivals with the amount of people that are showing up and the respect it's getting and the attention it's grabbing. And I think it's such a vital thing for rock in the States, because if you go over to Europe, it's happening over there. Rock in South America, it's happening there. It's tougher here in the States. Rock and roll hasn't had in the last 10 years has not been a strong market for most rock bands. But these festivals really, bring attention to rock here, and that's something that the more that these things grow, I think the more the rock and roll scene will come back here in the States.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe the late '90s, early 2000s, rock was really it was like the genre. I hate the word genre, but it was like the music out there. Everyone wanted to be in a rock band, and rock bands were the music. And yeah, like the last 10 years, like you said, it hasn't been up there. What do you think we need to do to really bring it back? Do you think we'll see those days again?
I think there needs to be a band or 10 that come through and shock people, and really, there's not a lot of bands out there now that are considered like these big rock stars like we had back in the day. Like when Guns N' Roses came out, those guys were rock stars. It was something that was dangerous and fun and exciting, and the songs were perfect. And there's a lot of great bands out there, don't get me wrong, but there hasn't been one that's just crushed everything and just everybody's just in awe. I don't think we've seen that band in a lot of years. So hopefully that happens here and rejuvenates the rock and roll scene.
Awesome. And finally, with Miles doing his thing with Slash off to the side, is there any chance we may see another Tremonti solo album coming, in the works or get released anytime soon? Because, All I Was such a great solo debut for you. Any chance we could see more Tremonti solo stuff in the future?
Yeah, I'm working on that now. I've got about 10 songs ready for pre-production, and when Miles and Slash and Miles are going out with Aerosmith in July and August, so I'll take that time to get back into writing more. So hopefully by the end of that period we'll be ready to start recording, and then we'll go back on tour with Alter Bridge in September, October, and maybe sometime later this year we'll finish up tracking the new Tremonti record.
Awesome, man! Can't wait to hear that. It's going to be, it's like I said, All I Was such a great debut record. Was it hard for you or difficult for you to really separate yourself from the Alter Bridge, full band, and really make your mark as a solo artist? Or what was that process like for you? Because that was your solo debut.
Well, the first part of getting the record recorded and together was the easy part, because I just felt like I was just going to take ideas that never flew with the other guys. A lot of the more speed metal sounding ideas that I'd play for the guys, that they just kind of would give me a blank stare. It's like, what? No, I'm not playing that metal stuff. So a lot of the stuff on the first record, they were familiar with, because I had tried it with them 10 times and it would always never stick. So probably about half that record of those ideas where I took and I finished writing them and put them on the record, because I didn't want those ideas just to go to waste. And then I was just going to put them out on a website, just put them out online. I wasn't really thinking at the beginning of touring and making it a real band and all that stuff. But as we started getting it together, we all got excited, and it started sounding good. And Elvis, our producer, got really excited about it, and we'd start playing it for friends and family, and we got the same reaction. So we made a real effort out of it, created a record label through Fret 12, and now it's living, breathing band, so we got to keep it going.
Awesome, man. Can't wait to hear the new solo stuff. Can't wait to see you guys next week at Rock on the Range. It's finally going to be my chance to see Alter Bridge live. I'm originally from Iowa, so I didn't get a chance to see a whole lot of, rock bands out there. So it's finally going to be able to see Alter Bridge. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing you next week and kill it on that stage, man. It's going to be awesome.
We're going to have a blast.
Awesome, man. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much for your time, man. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, man. See ya.
All right, take care.